Hey Giants Nation, back again, new video. This video I'm going to be talking about an article that I read out of the New York Post. Insiders who were at the Combine, they're talking about just different topics that came up, Giants-wise, Jet-wise. I'm just going to focus on the Giants stuff, obviously. And one of the main topics was Isaiah Simmons. Now, Isaiah Simmons, we know, he ran a 4.38 at the Combine. He is 6'4", 238 pounds. Big guy. In college, he played middle linebacker, outside linebacker, slot, cornerback, and safety. In the NFL, he would be a outside linebacker. Now, if they play the 3-4, that would be really good for him being on the edge. We need edge rushers, as everybody knows, and with his speed and his strength, and how long his arms and how just big of a guy he is, that can be very good being disruptive. But there are some in the Giants organization who are afraid that um, because he doesn't have a single position, even though Joe Judge is of the thought that we need versatile players. Um, they want a stud at 4 in a position. Now he's a stud. It's going to come down to, do they want to take the risk on him? Now here's what they can do: you draft him at 4 and say you're playing outside linebacker, um, and I mean for your rookie season, learn that position in the NFL, and then from there, if we need you at safety or anything, if there's injuries, we can move people around. Um, but that's the thought on Isaiah Simmons. I personally, if Simmons is there, I'm taking him. If Chase Young is there, I'm still holding out that Chase Young is going to be there. Um, Another topic that they talked about was Daniel Jones, and there are some, not internally with the Giants, but other teams who aren't sold on him, even though he threw for 24 touchdowns. If he was healthy, if he was in every game, he probably would have broke the rookie touchdown record. 12 interceptions, 3,024 yards, and an 88.7 passer percentage. Um, they're saying that even though Joe Judge and Dave Gettleman said, they weren't naming any names, Joe Judge didn't even name Daniel Jones by his name, that they are fully committed to Daniel Jones, and obviously you're going to be. He showed really good flashes last year that he can be the franchise quarterback going forward. To the to the extent that there was one team, and none of these teams were named. I'll put the description below of where I got this in the New York Post, just so everybody could read the article as well. But there was one team who had multiple All-Pro quarterbacks who said that he was on their board. He could actually come in, they thought, and compete with their starter and beat the starter out because of his high upside. So all the Giants fans thinking that maybe Tom Brady will come in. You're stupid, for one. Sorry if you think that, and I'm probably not going to get a sub out of you, but that's okay, because what we don't need Tom Brady. For one, he's the enemy, and two, he's going to want too much money. We need as much as we can. No Tom Brady, he's stupid. And thinking that they may draft a quarterback, or Daniel Jones isn't the quarterback of the future. He's the quarterback of the future, plain and simple. Another thing that they were talking about is that they're going to be uh, heavily looking at the cornerback position in free agency. There are a lot of cornerbacks in there. There is a video that I made about cornerbacks, the top free agents in the cornerback position, DB, safeties, etc. So they're going to be focusing on that. Now you have your Byron Jones of the world, you have your Chris Harris, AJ Bouye is officially off. He wasn't a free agent, but he was out there. Um, Bradley Roby. So there's good names out there in free agency for the corner position, but the Giants are going to be focusing on that. I hope that they still focus on the edge in free agency. You don't have to get a Clowney. You don't need to trade for a Yannick right now. unique, but you still need to at least address it. Eric Armstead is a possibility. He's serviceable, definitely. And then one last thing that they talked about was the McCourty brothers, and I guess there are teams out there who are worried that the McCourty brothers are, now that they've played together for a season, that they're only going to be playing together, and they've come out and said that they're not you don't have to sign one and the other one's coming along with me. They said that Devin McCourty is still an option, and even though he had 5 interceptions last year, he's 32 years old, and he's the older safety. And he's gonna want money too, a good amount of money. I would say he made $9 million last year, and to throw money at a 32-year-old safety, I just don't think it's smart. But they say he's an option. He lives 15 miles away from MetLife Stadium. They're Jersey, New York boys, so I guess it's a possibility. I'm just not a fan of that possibility. I'd like them to go young. So that's just what was said in Combine Insiders. Again, I'll put the link below of where I got my my sources from. I appreciate everybody clicking on the video, watching it. Leave me a like, comment below, and subscribe. We're up to 26 subscribers. We're getting there. Hopefully, we'll get a good amount of interest from people. I know it's off season, but working hard to get this content out to you guys. Everybody have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.